The watch and the wait for Paolo Banchero to return officially starts today, with reports saying that he is stretching and doing some light work on the court. Oh my God, we could practically pop champagne bottles. I've been saying this for the last couple of videos now with how well the Magic have been playing. And now Paolo Banchero could potentially come back within the month. Now he's been eyeing that Christmas area, that Christmas time for whenever he's coming back, but this just continues to confirm it. We have not seen him on the court since the injury, essentially. So this is absolutely great news for the Orlando Magic. Let's take a look at the exact report and what it says. Magic's Paolo Banchero back on court as return process begins. He says he's feeling good. And he was seen now for the first time on the court since October 30th, where he unfortunately tore his right oblique. This is, I can't, every video now that I make about the Orlando Magic has been absolutely positive. It's almost like everything is the best case scenario for the team. The only thing anybody's even concerned about is how the Orlando Magic are going to play when he comes back. Who's going to take a step back? Who's going to end up leaving the starting lineup? Anything like that. But these are champagne problems for the Orlando Magic, as they are the hottest, or at least one of the hottest teams in the NBA. And they could potentially welcome back their best player, the franchise, in about 3.5 weeks or so. That's huge for the Orlando Magic. Great news again. Guys, welcome into the Magic Digest channel. Make sure to subscribe. It is the easiest and best way to support us and to join the Magic community here on YouTube that we are trying to build. We almost have 500 subscribers. Would love to hit that mark within the next few days. You guys have been supporting the channel. It's been great, and I love when you guys comment down below what you think of the team, because it's been a lot of good news lately. So we're going to hopefully have, hopefully the Magic keep that up, so I can only have to report on the good news. Now, Banchero has he said that he wanted to come back at Christmas, and I said that just a second ago, or right around there. He's been updating a monthly player diary. This is with Andscape. And this is, he told Mark Spears that he was eyeing that Christmas return. Now, the Magic are not playing on Christmas, so it's right around there. It would be whenever he ends up hitting the court again. So we probably see that maybe post-Christmas, I think. I don't really see any reason why the Magic want to rush him. Obviously, you don't want to take the winning too much for granted, right? Because who knows when this team will slow down a little bit, or if that's coming against the Knicks tonight, which we're going to get into a little bit as well. Also, the Nets win last night. The Knicks game tomorrow, and then the Nets win from last night. But who knows when this team might slow down. But I don't really see any point in trying to make him rush this back. And I don't think the team's rushing him back. I think they're protecting him from himself a little bit. But I think this is just such great news, and one of the better things from the weekend, I'd say. And also another big thing from the weekend was the Nets win. But we're going to keep it on Paolo Banchero for just a second. Here's the other part of the report. This comes from Jason Beede of the Orlando Sentinel, who initially broke this news that he's doing light court work. It's not just stretching. He's also maybe amping up to play some more basketball, actually get out there. Obviously, he hasn't been out there for a month, so he's going to have to get his conditioning right and really kind of get his mind right. But a lot of people have been talking about how is Banchero going to play whenever he comes back into the lineup, and how is Franz Wagner going to adjust. Banchero actually answered a little bit about this and praised Wagner, as he should, of course, bare minimum with that, and no surprise either. He said he's really just stepped up to the plate. You can see him just getting more and more comfortable. I think he really understood what had to be done with his role being increased, and he's every game just being really consistent with his leadership and his output. The team knows what he's going to do night in and night out. They know what he's going to, how he's going to play, what shots he's going to take. They know he's going to make the right play every single time. Now, that's kind of a bit of a word salad in a sense, because obviously he's not going to say, hey, Franz is not playing well, or, like Wilson, when I come back, that's when the team will really be in good hands. I think we're seeing two stars in the making, and unfortunate that Franz kind of had to take that jump while Paolo Banchero was out, but hey, nothing has gotten affected record-wise. And so hopefully both of those guys will play well. I think they will together. I know that that's everybody's big question, and people who aren't following the Magic as they go on, but they play well together as is. Like, there's nobody who really takes a major step back. I think we're constantly looking for the team to continue to get better with both of them on the court. So when then you add Paolo Banchero to an already rolling Orlando Magic team, I don't really see how they would how that would stop it or stun it. So I'm not really here for too much of it, but I'm always entertaining kind of the question. But I don't think there's much merit to it. All right, let's talk about what's going to happen, or what happened last night against the Nets. This game was pretty ugly if you watched it. The Nets hung around practically the entire game, and the Magic just kind of took it away towards the end of the game. There was a bit of an interesting play with Franz getting kind of hit in the face, but everything got cleared up with that. Nobody's on the injury report, so that's all good. This game had 60 total fouls. The Magic had 29, and the Nets had 31. That was a bit of a mess of a game. Whoever wants to say that, the refs or whatever, I'm not usually one to say anything of those sorts, but obviously glad to see that the Magic pulled this one out, because this was not a great for the eye. And obviously beating the same team twice in a row is an accomplishment, no matter how you slice it, no matter what you think the Nets are. Obviously, they're more so in a point where they're trying to continue to dig into this season. They're 9-12 and probably aren't going to make a ton of noise in the postseason, but certainly Magic have been there before, so got to respect it. Night in and night out, take care of business, do what's done. Franz did not shoot well. He was 4 of 17 from the floor, but still had 20 points, still led the team. Other guys who played well: Wendell Carter Jr., 14 points, Pataze, 12 points, 13 boards, and also just an amazing defensive performance per usual from him. He's been really the anchor on the defensive end for the team. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 16 points. Oh my God, he's coming around, and this is like the perfect time for it. If Franz is going to have a poor game, KCP's picking it up in the backcourt with the scoring. That's amazing. Jalen Suggs, 12 points. Mo Wagner, 12 points. Can't really ask too much more of either of those guys. Obviously Jalen Suggs, a little bit, right? He's getting paid $150 million, 12 points, but he still played extremely well when you look at it, and then just look away from the box score. Obviously he fouled out, but he also had 5 assists. And Anthony Black, in the 20 minutes that he was out there when Jalen Suggs was dealing with any sort of foul trouble, was really great. He had a plus 10, plus minus, whatever you think of that stat, and he didn't score a ton, but he also didn't have to shoot a ton, and he made the only 2 shots that he took. Tristan Silva came off the bench, got a lot of minutes, and this team is really kind of finding its groove, and I think Mosley's figuring out all these lineups, and right when Banchero is ready to come back, they're going to have a really, really deep bench unit, and I really like the way that this team is looking. Now, Cole Anthony only played 5 minutes. Looks like he's the odd man out, in a sense, for the Orlando Magic as far as the guard rotation goes, but I think we'll be able to call on him later on in the season. All right. So the Magic will play the Knicks. I went over this a couple times in the past handful of videos. They play the Knicks in a bit of a sudden death game for the NBA Cup. Winner moves on. I don't really see this being a too dangerous of a situation for the Magic. I did obviously mention that with the point differential and everything like that, the New York needs to win by a lot more. So it's not just sudden death, but it's kind of like that sort of scenario where win and move on. The Magic just don't lose by 30 points and move on. But everything's looking really good right now for the Orlando Magic to continue to make noise in the NBA Cup. I don't really think it means too much, but I think it's exciting to see this team continue to build confidence and continue to play in a scenario that is similar to the playoffs, or just about as close that you could possibly get to the playoffs as the regular season would provide at any point. So that has been good and nice to see this team really coming around. But obviously the big story is Paolo Banchero. On an off day with no game, this is obviously one of the better pieces of news that we could have possibly gotten to start the week. The Orlando Magic have just strictly been good news for the latter half of 2 weeks now. I mean, my goodness. So it's been great. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that there's any concern with Paolo Banchero coming back? I mean, he's going to get eased into things anyway, so I don't really see it. But let me know what you guys think. I think it's a very dumb question, probably going to be continuously asked by national media over the next couple weeks or so. I don't think anything will change with it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you guys next time with more Orlando Magic basketball content.